9 most deadly birds on the planet you didn't know about. I suppose we all run into birds every now and then. They are very magnificent creatures, but do not be fooled by their elegance and beauty. Some of these birds in today's list are deadly. Watch on as you'll discover how some birds not only use their beaks to pick food, but can also do more disastrous stuff with them. Could be pest-like or even as dangerous as death. Stay tuned for number 3, as you'll be astonished. Before we proceed, don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more amazing videos. Number 9. The Great Horned Owl. Owls of all kinds have been known to attack people when defending their young, their mates, or their territories. Frequent targets include unsuspecting joggers and hikers. Often victims escape without injury, and deaths from owl attacks are extremely rare. The Great Horned Owl is fearless and aggressive. They feed on little animals and rodents, and will frequently attack prey large and heavier than it, including cats, skunks, and porcupines. You better watch out when around your preferred habitat, which is the forest. Number 8. Australian Magpies. Australian magpies are known to attack passers-by who they perceive to be a threat to their nest. They are not related to magpies in other parts of the world. According to community-run site Magpie Alert, there have been 3,338 attacks by magpies in 2020, with 399 people left injured as a result. It's the males that defend their nest from the time the eggs are laid until the young birds are fledged, and they will attack anything they consider to be a threat, from a raven or a dog to a human, who most of the time panic. In Australia, riders and pedestrians are advised to wear helmets and umbrellas to avoid such attacks. Number 7. Southern Giant Petrel. The Southern Giant Petrel is an extremely aggressive predator and will kill other seabirds, usually penguins, chicks, sick or injured adult penguins, and the chicks of other seabirds. It has been seen preying on the adult Australasian gannet by holding it underwater and drowning it. They also caused occupational injury to seabird researchers working on the National Science Foundation NSF grant at Palmer Station, a US research base in Antarctica, and most of the injury was caused by the wings of this bird. These great predators are the ones you definitely do not want to stumble on by any chance. Number 6. Bearded Vulture. A curious creature, the bearded vulture, also known as the lammergeier, is famous amongst animal enthusiasts as the only known vertebrate with a diet that consists mostly of bone. These red-headed vultures are fascinating and particularly unusual, and not just for the food they enjoy. Like other vultures, the bearded vulture is a scavenger, feeding on dead animals that it finds, but strangely it ignores the meat of the carcasses, preferring to go after the bone marrow. Its beak is specialized to feed this way, and it can swallow bones whole or bite through brittle ones. Their killing technique is carrying their prey up to 9 feet high, then dropping them abruptly. I suppose you know what happens from there. Number 5. Cassowary. Cassowaries are very wary of humans, but if provoked, they are capable of inflicting serious pain, even fatal injuries to both dogs and people. The cassowary has often been labeled the world's most dangerous bird. So what exactly is a cassowary? Like their cousins the emus, these large flightless birds with bristly feathers are ratites. If a cassowary feels threatened, it will leap up and strike out with these dagger-like weapons, inflicting potentially lethal wounds to internal organs and causing severe bleeding. Attacking cassowaries charge and kick, sometimes jumping on top of the victim. The commonest injuries they cause in humans are puncture wounds, lacerations, and bone fractures. But 2 deaths have been reported, so keep your distance. Number 4. Mute swans. These gracious and beautiful animals are very attractive and may make you go closer to them. But you better watch out, because behind this beauty lies an outrage of aggressiveness to their prey or if they feel threatened. Mute swans are also detrimental to wildlife, as they are the most aggressive waterfowl species. They will attack, injure, and possibly kill other waterfowls for nestling or feeding grounds. They can cause a variety of problems, including aggressive behavior towards people, destruction of submerged aquatic vegetation, displacement of native wildlife species, degradation of water quality, and potential hazards to aviation. Just stay away from them. Number 3. Peregrine falcons. Peregrine falcons are particularly sensitive to human disturbance. Falcons are very territorial and will utilize their razor-sharp talons in defense of their domain, including attacks on humans. Falcons have territorial instincts and tend to attack humans and others if they find their dwellings in danger. With their hooky beaks, they can rip the flesh apart, but can also cut through the spinal cord of their victim. So if a human is attacked by a falcon, serious injury could occur. They are the fastest predator birds in the world, speeding above 240 miles per hour, especially when diving for their prey, which could be other birds or smaller mammals. Number 2. The crowned eagle. Here is another fascinating predator that has been proclaimed the king to the sky. The crowned eagle possesses unusually large talons and strong legs and may kill by crushing the skull. The eagle is also ferocious. Some records from beneath the nest show the remains of a large male sooty mangabey weighing 11 kilograms, so I guess you see what I'm talking about here. African crowned eagles were once restricted to the wilderness, but their habitat is disappearing. Now they are even spotted in South African cities and have been known to kill human babies. Oh dear, only looking at the talents of this bird sends chills down my spine. I guess by now you're already making a list of places you wouldn't venture to avoid an encounter with any of the above. But before we get to number 1, here is a 5-second challenge. Drop a big thumbs up, subscribe, and comment once done. Let's go. Number 1. Pitoi. Here comes the most dangerous bird of all time. The toxic nature of this bird is well known to local hunters who avoid it. It is one of the most poisonous species of bird, but the toxicity of individual birds can vary geographically. It contains toxins in its wings, and high doses can lead to paralysis, cardiac arrest, and death if injected into the body. Gram for gram, they are one of the most toxic natural substances known to science. So take the advice of the locals of Papua New Guinea and don't eat or touch hooded pitoi. These toxins in the bird are gotten from bugs which they feed on. Needless to say, do not, I repeat, do not go looking for one's trouble, because it will end in premium tears. Which of these birds is most scary to you? Tell us in the comments, and we will see you in our next video.